Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Jayco Eagle 30.5 CKTS fifth wheel. Got a beautiful travel motor fifth wheel trailer. I'm going to walk you through it and show you how to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by arriving at the campsite. After you've unhooked your fifth wheel hitch, which our hitch man will show you on day of arrival, come around to your side of your unit. Before opening up this access panel, you have this little black unmarked panel. This is your auto leveling system. It'll shut off on its own, but normally you press these two up and down, just turn it on. The green light means it's on, and simply hit auto level. It's going to wiggle around and jump around, not crazy, but it'll move and auto level itself. After you're hooked back up, when you're leaving, you hit retract all. It'll bring them all right back up. You can individually just bring it up or down. If you forget how to do anything on the auto leveling system, it's all right here. Smart hitch height, you can hit that, and you can pre-program that. Instructions in the manual will tell you how to pre-program it to set hitch height, so you'll be able to hit hitch height, and it'll bring your tongue up to where you need to be every time, because it'll be preset for your truck. If you've got your unit level, next thing we're going to do is hook up our water and electricity. Let's first talk about something else. When you arrive at the campsite, first thing you want to do is make sure you realize that your water and your electricity are all going to be on your off-camp side toward the middle of the unit, so park accordingly. Make sure you're clear for all your slides to be able to deploy. And then we're going to go ahead and hook up our electricity and water. We have 50 amp service in here. There's your 50 amp cord. Let's open up this access panel now. At the end of your 50 amp cord, you will attach this, what they call a bone, dog bone. 50 amp goes in here. This will bring you down to 30 amp, which most camps are. Should you need to plug this in at home or anywhere else, you only have a 110. In your convenience pack is your amperage reducer to bring your 30 down to 110. We've got our power hooked up. Next thing we're going to want to do is hook up our water. Take your water hose. The first thing you want to do on your water hose is hook up your water pressure regulator. This is important. It's going to reduce your water pressure down to 40 to 50 psi. Most camps, you don't know what they're set at. You don't want to blow your lines out in your unit. Hook up water pressure regulator when hooking up city water and your black tank flush. So, hook up to city water. Fill up your tanks. Right next to this little docking station is your... Well, let me go back over here. On your docking station, there's instructions for everything. This is to fill your potable water. This is to fill your potable water. Bring it down to go to city, just like the instructions say here. So you have it at city. Turn on your water. Make sure your plug is in. You'll pressure release air out of this line until you see a little water coming out. You know your hot water tank is full and can be ignited from indoors. Lots of other operation instructions inside your panel here. Told you what you need to do to be able to camp. So this is for your city water and your tank fills. If you want to do potable water, same line. Use your water pressure regulator. There's a spray port here. Hose over on the other side. Another spray port on the other side of the unit. Your cable hookups. You got your water hooked up. You got your... Oh, let me point out something else here. If you're using your water tank, you're going to want to turn on your water pump. This is just a light for out here. Only use that water pump if using potable water. Don't use it when hooked up to city. Just turn it on. Got your water hooked up. You've got your electricity hooked up. I'm going to walk around the outside of the unit, show you a few things before going in at the time you deploy your slides. In your propane regulator, simply point it toward the tank you're using. Open and close, lefty loosey, righty tighty. There's your propane. On your off-camp side, you also have access to the back of your fridge. Come around the back to your bumper. Ladder. Recommend going up and checking your roof, your seals, a couple times a year. This unit is also prepped for a Furion backup camera. Purchase those in our store. All you do is have the piece that sets inside your tow vehicle and communicates with that. Allows you to see back behind you. Notice that you do have slide covers on this and a big awning that I'll run out in a moment. You have your outdoor speakers, some outdoor lighting, more storage. There's a sprayer and another spray port on this side should you need to just plug that in here. That's all plug into your outdoor kitchen over there. You also have cable satellite hookup with a 110 if you want to hook up TV outdoors. And spot for storage for another propane. We're all set outside. Let's take a look on the inside. First thing you want to notice as soon as you come in the door, your fire extinguisher. That'll always be right next to your door in whatever unit you go to. Straight ahead. A couple of access panels, a one control system, and a manual override for all of them. On here you can check things about your RV. Speaking of your awning, we'll touch the awning here and we'll hit extend. So what I want you to note on your awning here, besides how quickly it goes out, is to run it down until that flap falls down about 90 degrees. Once that flap is down at 90 degrees, you're where you want to be on your awning. I'll bring it back in. You can hit retract here or come up to the manual one, find your awning, and hit retract button there. And that'll quickly bring in your awning. Back up here, you can control your leveling from in here. Hit your back button or your home button. Lighting. Accent lighting is now on. Rest of the lighting exterior. Here are your slide controls to extend, to extend or retract. You get 3 slides. Your awning extension. Hot water heater. When hooked up to gas, start your hot water heater here. Hooked up to electricity, start it here. If you're on potable water, here's your water pump you turn on. Here are your tank checks. Here, great. All your tanks empty all the way down to your battery. Again, you can, in this one control, do all of your slides as well. Just find the first slide. Touch the mechanism, out or in. Lots you can do from this one control or the manual above. Right below that is your thermostat, and your lighting is on the dimmer. So as I hold it, it brightens up. Before I go any further, to the right of this control panel, right by your steps, is an access panel to your fuse box and your breaker box. Looks like you got mostly 15s and a couple 10s in there. Highly recommended to have them on hand when you go camping. Let's go into the unit now. You guys picked a nice unit here. 110s. Let's go to your furnace. This glass folds twice and makes a great backsplash. Well, I said furnace when I'm at stove. Simply turn this to light. Click and you're on. You do have a panel light. Nice stove. Light that from down at this end. Everything's self-explanatory on the microwave. Got this manual lighting all the way through, so you can just keep things off that you don't want on. Your television, fireplace. Fireplace, there's your on and off button. There are, it's actually set on some heat right now. There are several different colors. This camera is not showing them, but they're really cool. Blues and reds and grays. Here you set your temperature. Excuse me. Low, high, or off. Timers you can set. Oh, those are your flames again. There's a timer you can set. And on and off. Sometimes you notice when you shut it off, the heat will still be going. It'll shut off in just a second. Next to your sofa, USB ports and 110s. Show you how to pull out this trifold bed. Pretty simple process. Move your back cushions. Like to stand in the middle, gives you good leverage. Lift it up. Pull two legs out. Again, stand in the middle and pull it out. Flip it back down, and you have your bed. Reverse the process. Flip it back up. Fold your legs in. Fold down. Cushions Velcro right back on. This is an emergency exit window. Should you need to get out, this window will push all the way out. So we pull this tab and pull the screen away. Crank out windows here. Your lighting for your theater seating. These are what I like to call parachute recliners. Pull on this cord and reclines. Push back down with your legs. On your island you have 110 with GFI. For your Dometic fridge. So it is gas electric. Inside the top of your freezer to your right. Use your control panel to turn it on. You can set it at temperature sets, change. Set it from auto or gas. Right now it's on auto. Now it's on gas. Now it's on auto, which means as soon as you plug back in your electricity, as soon as you unplug it goes to gas. So it never shuts off on you. Alright. Be a carbon monoxide detector in here somewhere. There it is. So inside your doorway, underneath all your cabinets here, is a safety alert carbon monoxide detector. This is a 12-volt carbon monoxide detector, which means it's constantly running off your batteries. If you're not plugged in, it's running off your batteries. So if you're dry camping and you're going to be gone for the day and you don't need to have the batteries on, just hit your battery disconnect, which I'll show you on the outside, and that'll keep you from letting this run your batteries down. Alright, let's go into the bathroom. Just one thing to note, you do have a 110 in here. Storage here. Magnet. There's your lines. Keep an eye on them. Those lines and your toilet lines, just keep an eye on them. Make sure they haven't wiggled loose. You are bouncing a house down the road. In your bedroom, you have your own thermostat. It's just set pretty high right now. It's off. That's on cool at 33 degrees. Shut that off. In your bedroom, your lighting, one touch will make it blue. Hold the touch, gives you a reading light. In your storage, 110 and charging station here with a 12 volt and a couple of USB port charging station. The other side has a 110. Your bedroom does have its own AC and prepped for a TV. Cable in 110, and this has a bracket if you want to put a TV mount there. These are all just different accent lightings. Blue light, accent light up there, and the main light. Alright, so we're done camping. We brought in our slides. A couple things I do want to mention on this unit. If you got a drawer that comes out here past your slide, if it's like that when you're bringing your slide in, you're going to crunch this. Check your drawers. Make sure everything is closed. Jayco makes a really nice slide glide locking drawers. You see how hard you got to pull on them. Make sure all your drawers are closed. Make sure your sofa's pushed up nice and tight. Your chairs are strapped down. You'll be traveling. There are straps here to hold your dining table chairs, which also have storage in them, in case I forgot to mention that. And your table as well. There's a table extension. Storage. On a strut. And an extension. There's also two more chairs stored underneath the bed. They're folding chairs that match these chairs. And this light is also on a dimmer. Now we've brought in our slides and we're getting ready to leave the campsite. We head up to the dump station. Let me show you that battery disconnect while I'm here. Also at the front of your unit, in case you didn't know, a couple of other 110s in case you need to run some power up here. Storage, your spare tire, battery disconnect, or not battery disconnect, this is your main battery. I highly recommend also when you arrive at the campsite to check your battery post, make sure your power's still going good. This is solar on the side. If you got solar panels, long enough cord, you can throw them on the roof, and if not, you can lay them next to this and hook up solar. It'll trickle charge your batteries. Now, just above all of your water heater and your connections is your sewage. And your convenience pack is a sewage hose. Sanitarily, hook up your sewage hose. This cap comes off. Twist to the left. Comes off. A little water left over from your water test. I'll dump that all before you get here. Hook up your sewage hose. Hook the other end up to the dump station. To the left, just underneath your storage, is your black tank. Pull your black tank. Once you pulled your black tank, you feel like it's going to be empty. No longer hear anything come out. Keep your black tank pulled open. Hook up a hose with your water pressure regulator to this black tank flush. You're going to run that for about 5 minutes. What that's going to do is it's going to run a sprayer around in your black tank and clean it out nicely for you. So after about 5 minutes of running that, unhook your hose. Unhook their hose usually. Keep your water pressure regulator and come down here, close your black and pull your gray. Your gray is going to be your sinks, your showers. It's going to be cleaner water. It's going to clean your hose out. Once you have your hose cleaned out, we're going to come to the back of the trailer. Simply open up the back and store your sewage hose inside your bumper. Again, come back up here. We can empty our waters now. They have still air in line, so pull on this and release your water. Pull your hot water tank plug and that'll release all the water from there. Clamps like that there. Underneath that is your furnace heat release. It gets really warm, so keep everybody away from it, especially kids. Alright, that about covers everything. Hope you guys get a lot of use out of this Eagle. It's a beautiful product. I'm a huge Jayco fan. If you have any questions, give us a call, and happy camping.